you look at things, life's pretty short. And we're thinking about co-designing the future. You've got to remember your own mortality. No sooner have I planted these footsteps in the sand, the water's going to come by and wash them away. If we're lucky, we might well live till the ripe age of whatever, 80, 90. In some of the global developing countries, well, you might be lucky to hit 60 or 70. And the averages vary quite a bit depending on where you were born, the nutrition you received when you were young, the exposure to toxicity, whatever form that took, chemical or otherwise. But no sooner have we planted these footsteps in the ground, the water, the dust come past and wash them away, right? In Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament, we're told about the grass, the blade of grass, that if you hold up to the wind and the wind picks it up just like that, it disappears. And that's the human life. That quick glimpse. So I deeply contemplate where to next from here, and I've got to admit to the fact that we can't really orchestrate everything in the future. We can try our best. If we're lucky, a few footprints like that will remain, but that's really luck. So if that's the case with co-designing the future, what we're teaching is absolutely not futile, because while you're here, you better make something of what you're doing here. There's a purpose to what you're doing here. It matters. It matters that you exercise your rights, that you support your cultural roots, that you're proud of your ethnicity, that you're proud of your skin tone, the belief system which you've embraced as a human being, whatever that might be. All of this plays a humongous part in the world. And somehow it's all got to come back to peace, love, kindness, compassion, empathy, and all of those things that matter. Because if you're not in it for those things, then I'm not sure why you're in it at all. Large corporates sometimes have lost their purpose, I think. But as individuals, we're very powerful if we realize how powerful we are. So what I'm asking you to do is to take public interest tech seriously, but insofar as you may be able to imbue the values that you've embraced in your life and apply them in the development of systems that will help us in some way, directly or indirectly. And so while we are here, for as long as we're here, whatever that length of time might be, some of those footsteps will remain. And not in a way that one day your name will be famous, like the famous poet John Keats. No. But in a way that we've left a part of us behind here that will make the world a better place. And if that all sounds too dreamlike, I'm sorry, but that's really the truth. What is this all for? if we're not going to do something good with it? So knowing that we're around for our work life maybe, a good 30 years, 40 years if we're lucky, 50 maybe if we work in our retirement, what are we going to do with those 40 years? I've often thought about my own life. And if I've got 20 or so years left in my academic life, what articles am I going to write? Why? What systems am I going to help build? Why? Where am I going to spend my time and why? With who am I going to collaborate and why? Because it's all finite, folks. And not in a macabre way, in a way that should help us focus our attention. What's important to you? What's important to your kids, to your neighbors, to your place? What are you doing to change things for the better? What are you doing to preserve things, to sustain things, and to adapt to those things that you need adapting to? Otherwise, our toil is for naught, and our studies are for naught as well. Who would honestly care if all you're doing is trying to attain another piece of paper? For what? There has to be a reason beyond it's going to give you more money in the future as a consultant. Right? It should help you to gain more money that you can do good things with. But if that's the whole purpose to this degree, then you're here for the wrong reason. And so I'm asking you to start building a portfolio of reasons and to document these in a diary and to one day apply these things to the real world beyond your coursework. It's the roadmap I spoke to you about in the open letter. It's the call to the degree that I asked you to consider. And I want to see roadmaps by the time you finish. I just don't want to see great scores at the end of each course, which I'm delighted to see, by the way. It gives me so much joy to get great feedback from other faculty about your performances. Keep up the dedication in this course and perhaps reflect on some of these messages I'm sharing with you.